So we're back out here once again on Te Awaroa, and I wanted to continue with our Fallow grind today and just kind of continue working towards hopefully getting a rare gold one. But I mentioned the last time that we were out here that I also started setting up for a Sika grind, and of course we got a diamond Sika in multiplayer, but I think more of them on some of the small plaques would be pretty cool, so we're gonna do one run for each, and we're gonna kind of do the same thing we did last time for the Fallow deer. So basically, any herd that's got a level 4 or better is actually going to be in the video. Anything that's just level 3s or under, we'll kind of get them and kind of add them for respawns and move on. And we'll do that for both species. And hopefully that's going to allow us to get a lot of good-sized animals. And we'll sort of see where we end up with this. It's actually felt like more and more this location is getting less fallow deer, like almost every run that we do. So that's a decent 4. We'll go ahead and drop him. And it's this whole area around here. We've only taken 2 bucks from here so far, and there could just be more across this side than normal. So at least the 1. But I don't see that many, so either we just have maybe less of them, there's a total of 2 here now, or they could just be elsewhere on the map, but we'll go ahead and try to get those 2 and then get everything claimed and move to the next spot. And I think the smart move would be to try to get the moving one first, just in case he would kind of hear the shot and end up spooking. And I thought at least we got a lung. I think we ended up with vertebrae, actually. It'll do good enough. Gonna have to track that one. And then this guy can just get our shot in through the brush. And I think that is gonna be everything from here. So not the most populated I've seen in this area, but we got a couple. And at least for the moment, I think our best one at 199. And at least trying to claim these as quick as possible. We got our first 3, which we did hit in the vertebrae, and our second one, which we did a little better on. And now I think we'll actually go, it's 10:30. We probably have just enough time to do this little run. So we'll start here and try to go as quick as we can. I think it's going to be pretty tough to get all the bucks here. There's a pretty wide level 4 there that looks kind of interesting. And then, I don't even know if we can spot them all again. There's at least 2 others up here, and one that's closer to us. It's going to be really tough to get our shot in on that one specifically, but I do want to get the 4 first, so we'll try to get him. Can get that one, and then I can't even see. He stood there so long we could have. Just kind of unfortunate. Got him hit anyway, and that'll do enough. And then there's also another buck, I think with these, or maybe he actually took off. We didn't have a lot of chances to get everything. So, at least for what I can tell, we're probably just going to be happy with the 3. We'll have to go and track the 1. And there's still actually even another buck there. I think it'll be fine if we're just shooting the 1 to not use the tripod, so real quick. We'll go ahead and get a lung shot in that one. We gotta track 1 again, but that's not too bad. I don't want to spend too long looking at this, but that's an interesting looking rack. 227 and almost 94 kg, so pretty good one. Happens to be a little bit wonky as well. Then we have the one that's right beside him here. That's a 3, I think. And the one that we gotta track is gonna be somewhere up that way, but before we do that, there are 2 more bucks over there. One is a 4, and I think this time it's just the 2 of them, so as long as we can shoot decently well, we ought to be able to get both. And in this case, I'm not gonna have to track anything. So I think this was the level 3, and this is a pretty small 4. Yeah, it's actually a silver. Happens on occasion, but the important part is if they're 4s that we get them down and get the respawns, because unless it would be a rare one, it's not what we're after anyway. That might be, I can't remember what it looked like, the 1 buck that got away. Don't think we made a very good first shot. Nah, there's at least 2 more in here, so they're from another zone. Gonna be quite interesting to see what this does to our zones as far as hunting pressure, because I don't know. Yeah, that one got deleted. I think generally, especially along a river like this where we're running the entire thing, I would probably prefer to get the animals down and get the respawns than try to save the zone, because they're gonna end up drinking somewhere along here. It's kind of a narrow, small level 3 rack, and somehow we're managing to stay out of the line of fire here from getting run over. But that's this little chunk of the run. We'll fast travel forward and continue with that. These ones always get pretty interesting. For some reason, the fallow tend to run at me here. So we'll get the level 3 first, since he's closer, and trying to even pick out the 4 in there, especially when we're getting run over. This is difficult, but I think we got him. One more buck yet. I don't even know if we're going to survive this. No idea if we got that. I don't see any sign of him, but we got our 4 there with the follow-up lung shot. Enough to get the gold out of him. And this was a max estimate level 3, so I think they do have a very small chance of making gold. He is 2 below, so they probably can, but that guy didn't. But we do have a level 4 down there. That's not usually where they are, and there's some here as well. Actually, if he's just going to stay alarmed real quick, we can at least try to get a neck shot on him, and I think we would have. A lot of times there's 2 or 3 bucks hiding in here that end up running off. I only saw the one other doe this time. Maybe that's why there's a random level 4 down there where they usually don't drink. Could have been like a zone deleting kind of thing. So let's just get him. And before I forget, something else we should do is heal, because we're real close to being dead. But we did get our neck shot. We managed to equip the first aid kit, so got all that. We can go and grab our 4 real quick. And so far, at least, we've done pretty well with shooting. This guy was 198, so not too bad. But anyway, hopefully that continues, because that does make a pretty big difference. We've had a couple that we had to go and track, but the less that we have to do that, the more ground obviously we can cover before they stop drinking. That might be our only buck here, in which case we'll just go ahead and... oh, I was gonna say go ahead and drop him. That might be a level 4 back there behind him. That or a big 3. I mean, at this point, if we could just see to get him, I think that'll do it. We're gonna have to get this guy on the run just because of where we were. Did bring him down. And that's gonna be far back. He'll go down quick enough though. And I do think, looking at that rack, that it's a 4. It is 185 scoring gold, so not too bad. And we'll just go and collect that too. I don't think there's too much interesting to see with that one. So one of the things that kind of only having level 4s or better in the video does is eliminate long stretches of basically nothing, but we've got 2 4s out here, so we'll go ahead and take them real quick. Hopefully, yeah, that guy didn't hear that shot, so no need to rush. We'll let him lift his head and try to drop a heart shot in there. I think that's what we did. But we've been able to do pretty much the entire southeast run down here without a single level 4. And, I mean, it would have been nice to get something good size, but it does sort of, like I said, eliminate that, what would have been several minutes probably of video of just level 2s and 3s. But it was good to actually end this bit of the run with a couple of 4s. I actually didn't think that guy would make gold, so pretty lucky there. And then I know this one will. So 2 more, and then we have 1 spot to go, and we'll get on to Sika deer. And yeah, I managed to get that guy lungs and stomach in there too. 192. And we'll go to our last spot here, which usually at least has 1 level 4. Well, this is a bit of a letdown. We have a level 3 over on this side. We have a level 3 on this side. And then we just have a level 2. So we'll just try to take them out quick. It's gonna be tough because these 2 are both like right around the 200 meter mark. And I don't think we're gonna be able to take a shot and not spook them. So, as quick as we can, actually, he stayed calm, so we would have been fine. And we'll just try to, well, get the last one down with a lung shot. And again, because they're not special, I don't think we'll actually bother taking a look at what we got as far as the harvest screens, because they're all going to be silvers. But with the fallow deer portion of the video out of the way, we're gonna go and test out our Sika deer setup. I've only gone through and shot Sika deer in the zones and set up tripods. I've not done a single run since then, so curious to see what's respawned and how it works. So I've not actually got a tripod set up at this spot, and there's a couple areas like that where we'll have to be a little more careful, at least compared to what we are with the fallow deer. But that's just a small level 3 Sika, and as far as I can tell, a lot of times they drink somewhere down on that end, and maybe somewhere over on this end. I can't even remember exactly for this lake, and that's kind of why I don't actually have tripod set up. But I'm kind of thinking what we might do is just take advantage of the tower being there and just place a tent over on that side, because I definitely don't see any bucks drinking near that, so that might be something we try out. And for our troubles coming down here, we got a level 3 Sika buck anyway. I guess I actually forgot to say that I did grab tents and tripods to be able to kind of like adapt our setup as we go. But we'll give that a shot next time. And we'll go down to this lake, which I think might still have one good sized Sika buck at it that I didn't get, but we'll see if we can get lucky enough to get him this time. I think that's our guy right there, actually. He's got a really high estimate as a 4, and it is possible that level 4 Sika deer can make it. And I might be just kinda being positive here, but that does kinda look like a small diamond Sika rack, so gonna cross our fingers he can make it. I mean, an estimate up to 209 is not bad. The thing is, he was nervous, so from where we took our shot from, maybe he was just walking to his zone. Maybe we got here early, but I don't really have a clue as to where his zone is, or where to potentially set up for this lake. So I guess this one's going to continue to be a work in progress, but let's see if we actually got anything out of this. He does look good, and he is 187, so close, about 10 below diamond, but actually he's the dark spotted fur type again, so kind of my least favorite, and not really a problem with him not making diamond, but anyway, got him. That was one that I didn't get last time. And now we'll get to what I would consider some of the better areas. Well, that's kind of a new one and kind of way far away for our tripod setup. I think I set that tripod up for a zone somewhere more like in this area, but I guess that'll work. And he is a 4, so not too bad. And then over here's where I'm hoping to get some respawns. Maybe that's all we're going to have for the moment. I think the more spots we get and the more Sika we can take per run, the more respawns we'll kind of get for that. But for now, I think we placed that right. He's starting to drop, and we'll at least get that level 2. I do wonder if there's more around here. We'll kind of go looking on both sides, because I think there might be a zone over there where they'd actually be out of view at the moment, and I know I've seen them on this side as well. Some feral pigs up there. Don't know that I've seen that group of them, but none look to be all that special, so we'll look around for some other Sika deer. At least from what I'm seeing so far, there might only be the 2 Sika bucks here this time, so maybe we'll have better respawns the next time we come here. But I think I shot something like 9 or 10 bucks at this location on the first run, and to only get 2 this time is kind of a shock, but there sure don't seem to be others around. So I guess there was a different zone up here. I'm not sure if that zone was there before, and by the way, haven't seen a level 1 Sika buck in a while. But that's exactly why I wanted to bring the tents and tripods, because I knew a lot of this setup would need some kind of adjusting, and this is definitely no exception. I wonder if they're far enough apart that that one wouldn't hear the shots. Got a warning call, so there's even another buck there, so maybe up here further is going to be better going forward. We might as well grab our 4 on the way over here. I think it's our second gold now, and I like that frame quite a lot. There's a diamond rack that's like this, like wider, and I'd actually like to get one of those at some point, so maybe if we could get like a red spotted wider frame one, that would be kind of the ideal. But at this point, since we can't see that one, oh, there he is. Wow. We've got some pretty tiny ones here. There's actually 3 though. All small on this side. I guess it should be fine to not set up a tripod, so we'll try to get all three of those taken out. The ones across the water won't have heard that, and like I said, because that one's further away, it's possible at least we could get away with just shooting these three and then taking our time to get the fourth shot off. So we'll try to do that if I can figure out where in my loadout the tripods are. I think I might even see more down there. I didn't realize they drank this far up. There definitely are more. Got another 4. We're gonna have to really rethink some things here, but for the moment, 230-ish meter shots. I think we'll, for one, reload, but probably 0 for 150 and aim a little high. And generally, the tougher shots first are better, so the one that's facing us. Okay, that's those 3. This guy, as we hoped, didn't flee. So we've just killed 7 Sika all in this one place. And then there's 4 more over there. That's actually a nice 4. Again, I don't know, maybe they're spread out enough that they won't spook, but this time I think we're going to have at least one getaway. We'll shoot this guy first. Oh, reloading would have been a good idea. Actually, we lucked out there. The 4 didn't flee. He just sort of knows something happened. So reloading would have been a good idea. But I think at some point here he might give us a broadside shot. Not really sure what he's going to do. Guess he's just going to trot off. There we go. Just about to take a shot and then he's going to turn for us. Alright. Ended up with 9. Definitely should have got at least 10. Let's place a marker there because those other 2 might come back in the amount of time it takes us to get over there. In fact, I think they're doing that. Maybe we don't even need to leave then. Alright, now I think we got 11. All within, at least from where we were standing, about a 50-meter area. So this is going to take a lot of claiming. I don't think we're going to put nearly all of them in the video. Maybe just the 1 or 2 level 4s. I don't even remember how many we shot at this point. Man, there's more Sika over on that side. That actually does help with one thing, and that is the decision to place a tent over here just to make it quicker to get over here and claim. So I do think one of the level 4s was in this group of them. If I'm not mistaken, it should have been this one. Yeah, another, actually the same frame that I like. 160 score. And then this absolute monster spotted fur type. But yeah, we might as well then have a tent and a tripod. Is that even another, or were those the same 2? Now I kind of forget. I think those are the same 2. So we still got to go down farther this way and claim some. And now, because those are over there, we got to go back. This setup is going to be more complicated than I thought, but for this one, because there's the only 2 there, we don't have to worry about hunting pressure too much. I think they're far enough away from the other. So let's just take that guy, and then take that guy. All of a sudden, we're trending towards 20 Sika bucks really fast. This area definitely holds a lot of them, but I think that might officially be it. So we got to claim more down here, I think. And there was actually 2 level 4s. This was the one that actually didn't spook for some reason. So there's 2 back here then. At this point, I barely even know what's going on, but we've definitely lucked into finding some of these, because I didn't even know to look this far, like, north. I don't even know that I've shown. Or this far east, really. But this area right here is where we're finding all these. And I guess we'll place our tent and get something figured out for how we're going to do this. I think this has been the only red-spotted Sika deer we've shot today. Like, that's the fur type I want to get on a diamond. But anyway, these aren't level 4s, and I want to try to get back to trying to do only level 4s or better. That one did happen to be a gold, though. Ooh. So once again, we have a level 4 Sika deer up to the diamond estimate. I guess I had that zone, but I didn't realize there were any over there. So we're going to get back in the tripod, because there has been a fair amount of Sika deer shot around here already. So that's a different one. Another max weight estimate one. So real quick, first, if we can, I'd like to get him. Ideally, he'll slow to a walk here at some point. If I had the 22, that would be nice to get a shot out ahead of him and just kind of alert him for a second. Maybe. Through there will work. Did manage to drop him. Don't know where that other one went. He's going to kind of get away, but I want to definitely get that guy. And if we can, a couple of quick shots off. Actually, somehow, we did quite well there. And there's still another buck going that way. I mean, they're pretty small deer, so that'll get him. And we still have at least one more zone I think we'll see some in down on that end, so lots going on down here too. There actually was even another 4. And there's one more that's going to get away from us, and it's probably not necessarily a bad thing because of the amount of hunting pressure we're starting to cause in here, but they're obviously pretty small deer, and it's easy for them to end up being hidden in some of this stuff. So good to kind of go around and actually end up getting a couple more of them. I don't know how many total we got here. I think it was just the 2. Just a pretty small silver there. And then I think with that rack, had to be a gold out of this guy. And speaking of the antlers, I didn't really get to comment on it because there were Sika deer running everywhere. But that 4 that we shot up to 202 over here, he actually looked pretty good. So this was the other level 4. He's a 179, and he's actually not bad. I kind of like those longer beams with less points as well. But then the one that we got over here, I'm pretty confident he's at least higher scoring than that. There was this guy, which I think we shot maybe 2nd or 3rd. This one is another dark spotted 4 actually, in 179.6. What was the last one? Because they have the same basic shape. Okay, he technically was bigger by 0.2, but that definitely was not quite what I thought it was. And then I think that was actually it. I think, well, I was gonna say I think anything else that was around here got away, but for one, there's one mating calling over there. But the hunting pressure makes it look like there should be at least one more over here, which honestly at this point I don't even remember. But I guess maybe there's still one other. I didn't see any more to claim, but I think that's the guy that mating called at us. Of course, he's gonna turn. But the M1 will do his job there. And I didn't see any more over on this side, but that was a bit ridiculous how the Sika were able to kind of throw everything off there. Because with the fallow deer, I think we did pretty well at only, for the most part, keeping it in level 4s or better. The Sika deer made everything just go all over the place, but just to show it, I guess we just sort of did, but these are all Sika deer. We've shot, I'm going to say 25 plus now, because we had plenty in the last 2 spots, and there's actually one more lake we should go to. I haven't actually gotten any Sika here lately, but I know they can drink there, so we'll give it a look. But I didn't really expect that after the first spot really didn't have that many. I'm really not sure if maybe they just don't drink here on my map. Like, I've seen definitely Sika deer at this lake, but for the fact that there were, between basically these 2 lakes, 20 plus, I guess that's not too surprising. And between the fallow deer and the Sika, we must have had upwards of 50 kills, and I don't know how many were in the video because of course a lot of stuff got skipped, but there was definitely a lot, and nothing super special, but definitely a lot of progress, hopefully towards a gold rare fallow deer, and I guess just in general more diamond Sika, and an albino at some point would look pretty cool in the lodge as well, so maybe that's something else to work towards. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.